All right, welcome to Command Overview. Again, my name's Evan. Today we're going to start by going to our command database, dashboard, by going to agent.kw.com. You will be logging in with your KW username and password. Keep in mind your username is not case sensitive. However, your password is. So make sure that if there's any capitalization or numbers needed, that you have those in there. And be sure not to have any spaces before or after your password, as it will not allow you access. If you want to see your password, you can simply just click on this little eyeball here, and it will show you the password that you have entered, so you can double check that. If you do not know your password, or your password was changed and you're not able to gain access, you are able to click this forgot password option, and it will send a code to your email address that you have set as your password recovery email. I should be showing you where you can find that password recovery email that you have on file. So if you need to update that, you can as well. Sorry if I take a little pause every now and then. Some people are still joining in the room, so I'm like looking over at the other screen and letting them in as we go. So, all right, once you have your information once you have your information input, you're gonna go ahead and click sign in. And this is gonna take you to your command dashboard. Now, if your command dashboard looks a little different than ours, that's perfectly fine. I will be showing you why that may be in just a moment. We're going to start over here at the top left. You should see a couple tabs here. You have command, which is going to bring you to your command dashboard and the whole command system. And then you have the connect option. Connect is going to be used for things like different training purposes from both KWRI and from the Market Center. So you'll be able to find all kinds of great information under there. If you see Command MC here, that means that you are part of leadership with the Market Center, and you hold a leadership role. If you are an agent and you do not hold any leadership with the Market Center and you do see this, you may want to reach out to your MCA to be able to have that removed, or vice versa. If you should see it and you don't, then your MCA will be able to add that for you. Moving along over here to the right, we have this little storefront icon. This is going to be your marketplace. This is where you're able to download things like Twilio for your command account, things that connect with command that you're able to use. Keep in mind that some of the applications that you can download are paid subscriptions, but make sure that you look in the details for that, so that way you're not getting charged for anything. So next to that, we have this little bell icon. This is going to be our notifications. If you have a new notification, you will see this little red dot along with this red circle with a number next to it. It's kind of like on your phone when you have a lot of unread text messages or emails that you don't check. Same thing here. When you click on the notifications, it's going to show you a couple different sections. You have your unread and your read. And you have all different kinds of notifications that you're able to see and filter through. So currently ours is set at all notifications. You are able to click it and filter what kind of notifications you are wanting to see to help narrow that down. Moving right along, we're going to skip over this for 1 second, and we're going to go to the circle with the question mark. This section is going to be where you're able to find help and information. So if you ever reach out to us, or a member of your Market Center staff tells you, oh, you may need to reach out to KW support for assistance, you'll be able to do that by clicking on this chat with support button right here. This is going to open a little pop-up window, and it's going to give a couple options here, or you can click get in touch. And then you're going to be able to click live chat and start filling out the information that it asks you for. Sometimes if they are not doing live chat option, there will be an option to leave a message where it'll allow you to just send them an email and they will get back to you that way. But this is how you can get directly in touch with KW support. They do not have phone options, unfortunately. I know that's a lot easier for people sometimes, but. All right, now moving back over here to your name at the top. When you click on your name, you're going to see this drop down. If you are part of a team, whether it's an agent-led team or a team with a Market Center, such as the Pro Coach account, things like that, you will see the personal account and the team account as well. You are able to adjust, which I'll show you in a little bit but you're able to adjust your default account. So you can have, when you sign into Command, it'll automatically take you to your team account, or you can stay in your personal account. You're able to tell which account you are currently in by which one you see here at the top. This means that we are currently in our personal account. So starting off the referrals profile, this information for the referrals profile is going to be when other KW agents that use the referral section here in Command are looking for agents to send referrals to. This is going to be the profile information that they will see. And when we go over the referral section in a little bit, I'll show you what that looks like. So making sure that this information is up to date is kind of important too. We're going to go ahead and go into my profile. So this is going to be your My Profile. This is public facing information about you. Over here on the right, you do have a display My Profile on KW.com option. So if you want people to be able to find you on KW.com, you would need to make sure that this is actually switched to yes. Currently ours is switched to no, so nobody's able to find us on there. So if you want to make sure, just double check that. You have your About Me section. This is going to have things such as your name, profile photo, and biography. Keep in mind, this is not the information that is pulled onto your agent website. We'll be going over where that is located in just a bit. Scrolling down, you do have some more information, which is going to have things like your real estate license number. If this information, and it'll have the expiration date as well. If the license number and expiration date are incorrect, this is only able to be updated by your Market Center staff. So you will need to reach out to them. They have to do it on their back end in Command MC. And then you also have some more information such as contact information. How can clients and colleagues reach you? It'll ask you for a preferred email address that you want them to reach you at, and a mobile phone number. So that's just kind of how they can reach out to the KW systems. Moving along over here to this next section, the My KW. This is going to be the internal information about you, meaning nobody can see this except for you and your Market Center staff. That's it. So it has things like your KWUID, which is used for registering for events, kind of like, I think, Mega Camp and Family Reunion. They'll ask you a lot of times for your KWUID. You have your KW email address. This is where this will be managed from. So if you have a KW email address and you want to make sure that, or you need to update your password, you can do so by clicking Manage Your KW Email, and it'll take you to another section. And you can also create email aliases using this link as well. I highly suggest looking into how to create email aliases before you just randomly play around with it, because it is kind of messes up really easily thing. Or you can reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to assist you with that. Moving down, you do have your login credentials section. This is where your username is. If you ever wanted to change your username, say it was your first name and last name and you got married and your last name changed, you can update that here by clicking edit. You are also able to update your password here as well. And this is where your password recovery email is going to be. So if you ever forgot your password and were not able to access your Command account, you can send a reset link to the email here on file. Some personal information about you. You also have your emergency contact information, your beneficiary information, and profit share down here. It'll show you who your sponsor is. And then you have primary market center. This is the only thing with this is if you're part of multiple different market centers, this will help designate which market center is going to be responsible for what fees. So like your profit growth share and fees and your monthly fees can come from different market centers if you so choose to. So moving along over here on the left-hand side, you have your My Affiliation section. This is going to be where your MLS information is held. And if you do not have your MLS information connected with your Command account, that is another thing that your Market Center staff will need to do for you. We don't have the access, neither do you, to add it yourself. So you would need to send them that information to add it for you. You do also have any Market Center that you are affiliated with below. When you click on it, it's going to show you your role with the office. So typically your role would just show agent. It'll have things as such as your office split, things like that here as well. And again, if you're part of more than one market center, you will have a section for each one that you were part of. All right, we got to go back to the home to go back here. All right, so that was the My Profile section. Now we're going to go to settings. All right, when you click on settings, you're going to come to this settings kind of dashboard. This is going to show you all the different applications that you currently have with your account. You'll see the name and a little bit of the information, the description right below it here, along with any email that may be connected to the account. You have the status over here, so you can see what's currently connected or not connected. And then you have some manage options over here to the right, such as disconnect, you can manage them, things like that. If you scroll down, we are going to go ahead and go into our command email section. We're going to click manage. Now under this manage command email section, we're going to see that you'll see the email health status. This is a newer feature with KW that KW just released. This is something that this is kind of like the way they manage agents accounts that are being spammed a lot by clients. So if you are using campaigns or smart plans a lot and sending them out to clients and they keep spamming them, KW will change this from good, it'll change to like a yellow warning, and then there will be a red. If it ever turns red and it's bad, basically you will be suspended from being able to send smart plans or campaigns, and you will need to, they'll send you an email, but you will have to either take a 4-week suspension or take a course that has a quiz to it about best email practices in order to regain access to sending emails via smart plans or campaigns. So make sure you're keeping on track of that, and what your email health status is very important now. Scrolling down, you see email configuration right here. This is going to be the information when you send those smart plans, campaigns, things like that. This is going to show the sender's name. So it's going to show who that's coming from and the reply to email. So instead of saying some random numbers and letters, and that's why people probably spam it, because this is not updated. So make sure this is updated as well. And then right here in the middle, you have this monthly account usage. Every command account is allotted 5,000 free emails a month. If you have a huge database and you do a lot of emailing and you need more than 5,000 a month, you're able to manage the subscription and purchase more if you would like. So this is where you're able to do that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and right over here on this left-hand side, we're going to go over a few of these sections. So here you have general settings. This is where you're able to change your default account. So if you're a part of a team, say the pro coach account with the market center, or if you're part of an agent-led team and you just strictly work out of the team account, you're able to change the default account here. You also have your notification preferences below that. With command settings, we have all different kinds of sections here, but we're just going to go into a couple of them. One thing to note, when you are archiving contacts from your database, that is not deleting them. So if you archive a contact and you go to re-add it, it's going to tell you that that contact is already in your database. It might be in the contact archive. A lot of times agents do not know where to find that contact archive. This is where you would find it under contacts. So you have the archive here. So you would either need to remove it from the archive or restore it. So that's where you can do that here. All right, and then we're going to go to connect settings. This is where you can find your marketing profile. I cannot stress this enough. This is the section where all your information on your website and your KW app pulls from. So this is going to be the information that you want to make sure is up to date. Make sure you have everything showing correctly. Any, I can't think of the word, like IABS forms, anything that is required to have on your website. This is where all of that is going to live. So starting off at the top, again, we do have another toggle switch here. If you do not want your information, your website to be branded to you and shown for whatever reason, you can make sure this is toggled off here. Or if this is off and you want to make sure it's on, just give it a click and it'll turn it on for you. You will see some sections as we go that do have a little red asterisk right here. That means it is a required field. Now, this My Photo, They are recommended size by 360 by 360 pixels. That just means that your photo it's more of a square. If you upload a photo that is not even on size, it may kind of look like a funhouse mirror image where you're like tall and stretched out really thin, or short and stout. So you can always send us your photo. We'll be in your KW username and password. We'll be more than happy to make sure it's resized correctly and add it for you. But if you want to try and do it yourself, you're more than welcome to. Just make sure it is recommended size. Now, as you see, team logo here does not have an asterisk next to it, but we do highly recommend making sure that you do have a photo placed here. The reason I say this is because if you send out a smart plan, at the bottom of the smart plan, it's going to have two photo spots. One's going to be for this photo and one's going to be for this photo. If you do not have a photo here, it is going to show as a broken image. And it just kind of looks weird. A lot of times people look at it and think something's wrong. So that's where this is going to come from if you ever see that. So we recommend if you're part of a team, you can use your team logo, or if your personal company logo, you can use here, or a generic KW logo works perfect as well also. So we just highly suggest that. Scrolling down under my details, just has some information about you, your name, license number, if you are on a team, things like that. Typically, this does get set up by us when we do onboarding, but this is just letting you know if you ever need to update information, such as your name, a new phone number. When you onboarded, if you use your personal phone number instead of your business phone number, this is where you'll be able to update that information. Scrolling down, you have affiliations. If you're affiliated with any branch of the military or a veteran, you can do that here. It also does have a section for supporter patriot. If you're just a big supporter of military and you want that reflected on your website, that does have that option as well. Your bio, obviously it shows that it is a required field. If you do not have an updated bio yet, or you're still working on a new professional bio, just put a period here, so that way it allows you to save it and move on, and you can come back and add it later. So scrolling down again, here's some more information about you, contact information. You have your market center information here. And then you have some compliance, that's the word I was looking for earlier, compliance issues. If there's anything required for compliance for your market center, it's going to come to this section. Again, when we do your onboarding, we typically already know about all of the compliance requirements for your market center. So we typically already have that on file. We set it up for you. But this is where you'll be able to find all of that. Scrolling down below, you do have your social media links here. This is not the links to if you start campaigns, that is going to be a completely separate thing. This is just going to be for the links to show on your website. And then you have Google Analytics ID here. So once everything is updated to your liking, you're just going to go ahead and click save, and it's going to update that for you. Now, keep in mind, once you do click save, it can take up to about 2 hours for it to reflect onto your website. So if you click save and you don't see it automatically, just don't freak out. It just takes a little bit. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and go back to our home page, and then back to this drop down. So the only other two things here are the logout feature and then command training. Command training, it does give you some great videos with commands. So if you ever want to check that out, if you have free time, you can certainly do that by here. All right, so this is our command dashboard. When I said when we first started, if yours looks a little different than mine, that is because the command dashboard here is customizable. You have this customize button over here in the top right. When you give that a click, it gives you all of the options for the widgets that you're able to select that you want to see. So if there's a check mark, that means that they're currently selected to show on your dashboard. And if they're not selected, then they will not be shown on your dashboard, obviously. But you can also arrange your widgets over here as well by clicking and holding and then just dragging it where you'd like it to go, and then drop it in place. Once you have everything, you're able to just go ahead and click apply. It'll apply the changes that you have here. Now going through them, you do have your database health. This is going to just show you what percentage of your database versus the percentage of your database that has phone numbers versus that don't, emails, things like that. You are able to also compare it to other agents in your market center to see where your database health score is. So just making sure that you have all the best information for your clients and everything input into the system is where that information is generating from. Over here, you do have your events and your agent resources widget. This is going to be information pulled by your market center. If your market center uses the new KW Connect feature where they can input their, where they can input their classes and training calendars and things like that, then you will see the events and stuff here. Now, if your market center does not utilize this feature yet, that's perfectly fine. They may have their own way of doing that, which just make sure you stay in the know with your market center staff on how to access the training calendar and things like that. The way you can tell if you're part of multiple market centers, you can click this drop down arrow. But the way you can tell if they are not utilizing it, it kind of looks like this. So if you see this, don't freak out. That just means that they have a different system in place on their training calendar. So scrolling down, you do have your tasks widget here. This lets you see what tasks you have coming up to date, tasks that are past due, things like that. You're also able to create a task straight from the widget here. Over here, we have product updates. This is provided by KWRI. This lets you know what's coming up with Command, any new updates that they have. So you can see this week, what updates happened last week, things like that. You can also see what's next. So this will break down into quarters, which we're in the second quarter. They haven't released the third quarter yet, but you can see all the great things that are coming with Command. All right, here we have our goals widget. If you have set up your goals within Command, this is where you'll be able to see those metrics of what you have set up. I will be showing you where you can find that information in a bit as well. If you want to do it, you're more than welcome to. Over here, we have the most active contacts. Just about all of our contacts are for training purposes, dummy accounts. So we don't really have any kind of activity with the clients going on. So that's why nothing's really shown here. But the more you engage with your clients, the more you set them up on smart plans, things like that, you'll be able to see all the different most active contacts in that information here. Scrolling down, we have my profit share. This is going to show your profit share tree. It's going to show here in this first circle image, if your sponsor, whoever sponsored you has a headshot added to their account, it's going to show that image here. It's going to have your image and then anybody in your downline. You also, next to that, we have recent leads. Any leads that may have come in from your website, your app. If you have input a new contact and marked them as a lead, it'll show you their name, when they came in, and right below it'll say like this one was imported in, this one came from the KW app site, so you can see any recent leads that you've had come in as well. And then the last widget we have is the notepad. So this is if you just need to jot down a quick note, you can just simply click in there and start typing. All right, scrolling back up to the top. We're going to go ahead and start working our way down the sections in Command. If you hover your mouse over the section, it'll tell you what the name of the section is. Or a little tip, you can click on this red KW square and it'll pop them out for you. Just a little fun tip for you. So first up, we have contacts. Now this is the contact section. Over here at the top, you do have a search bar. When you click on it, it does give you the option to search by first name, last name, email, or physical address, or you can search by everything. You do have your filters. Oh, looks like we have some. Let me turn this off real quick. We do have the filter section here as well. This is going to allow you to search through your contacts using certain filters. So if you're looking for contacts with a certain tag, you're able to search through them that way. Select the tag you're looking for and then click apply, and then it will just show those contacts only. There's also an advanced filter search here, so you can kind of narrow it down even more. Smart View, a Smart View is basically a saved filter search. So if you are constantly searching for contacts with the same tag, you can add it to as a Smart View, to where all you have to do is come in here and click whatever the Smart View you set up, and it'll pull just those contacts. So that's pretty cool. Moving along, we do have our import button here. When you click on import, you're able to pull in your contact file, or you can download the template to add the contacts to the template. This will probably be uploading contact files will probably be one of the bigger headaches you'll ever experience with Command. It's just a little tricky until you learn to get it down at first. So you do have a couple options if you'd like. You can try to wing it, see if you can do it on your own. We do have training videos on our YouTube channel that show how to do it. Or you can just send us the file with your KW username and password. We will reformat it for you, send it back for approval. And once you approve it, we'll go ahead and get it added to your database for you. Whatever works best for you. Next to the import, we do have add contact. This is going to allow you to add the contact one by one. If you just have a couple you need to add, this is probably going to be the better way to do it, simply for the fact doing it like this versus importing a file. Doing it this way allows you to add a lot more information and be more specific about what you're adding as you go. So as you can see, if a contact is married, we do suggest adding them in separate. The husband and wife as separate contacts, and then add their relationship here. So once you click on add relationship, you can click spouse and then link it with the contact as well. You do have more information that you can add down here. You can select the lead source. So you can select it from a list, or if you can if it's not on the list, you could type it in where this lead source came from, and you can create a custom source as well. So that's a pretty cool feature. As you scroll down, you can mark it as a lead, have tags. When you click add more information, it's going to give you a lot more options to add extra stuff about your client. So the more information you have, obviously, the better. Once you are done, you just go ahead and click create, and it will create that contact for you. Moving along over here, next to the add contact button, we have these three dots. This is going to give you your export options, so you have your export all owned contacts. If you're wanting to export a copy of your database, now again, this only exports a copy. It does not export them completely and remove them from your system. It'll export a copy. You can export your mailing labels from here as well. Once you export a copy also, after you click this, you'll just need to refresh the page and then click on the notifications bell, and it will show under here. Click a lot. So it'll tell you here it's being processed. Refresh the page and check your notifications. And then it shows you contact export here, and you just download the file. So that's a pretty easy way for you to get your contacts exported. Let me turn this off again. All right, so moving on, we have this little white section here, this white bar. This is going to allow you to customize your columns. So customizing columns allows you to add what sections you would like to see here as you go through. And you're also able to, again, rearrange them how you would like to see them. Whatever works best for you, how you would like to see these columns. This is going to be a column view. So this is where you can see the list view, which is what we currently see on our screen. And then next to it is, I call it like a tile view, but I mean, there's really no set name for it. This is going to show you the contacts in a larger format, like a block like this. It does not show as much information as the other view as well. So whichever preference you like, by all means, feel free to set, but we're going to switch it back to this one. And then you have your showing options here. So you are able to show up to 500 contacts at any time. This just means that if you have 10 contacts shown, you're only able to scroll down to see 10. If you have a larger database, that might be a little more frustrating, just seeing a little bit at a time. So you just need to change it to 500. And then you'll be able to see all of your as many up to 500 contacts at a time. All right. I'm also going to show you guys here's one. Contact. If you have this is what the inside of a contact file contact card looks like. If you see next to your contact's name an L with the circle like this, that means that they are a lead, whether you mark them as a lead or whether or not they came in from like your website or a paid ad, things like that. That's where you'll see that the lead is. And then right next to it, if they have registered an account on your website or through your app, this is going to show you that connection. If you're creating saved searches for your clients, the only way for that email to be sent is if they have registered an account on your website. So if they have this mark, you'll be able to create a saved search and send it to them. But yeah, so this is your timeline. You can see any transaction that has occurred between you and your client, as long as it is the same email address that you're emailing that's connected in their contact card here. You'll be able to see it. It'll pull it over. All right. And we're going to move along now to tasks. All right, so tasks is broken down into 3 main sections. It has the to-do tasks, your completed tasks, and your archived. Again, this just shows tasks that are past due or need to do, tasks that you've completed, and tasks that you have archived, not deleted, but just archived. You can also create a new task from each one of the sections. Tasks can also be created from smart plans or things like checklists that have been set up for opportunities. So there's many different ways that a task can be created and set up for you. So this is where they live. Smart plans. Smart plans are going to be your kind of like a drip campaign. This is how you can automate communication between you and your clients. So there's a bunch of different options that you have for smart plans. We're actually going to start in the library first. This is going to be where other people have published smart plans that you're able to download and use. It's like, why recreate the wheel if you don't have to? So you're able to see the smart plan's names and a brief description about what the smart plan actually does. You're able to see how many steps, how long the duration is, and how many touches it provides to your clients. You are also able to view the steps of these. So this may look a little weird, but when you hover over it, it'll tell you to follow up with the contact name. And once you assign it to your contact, it'll show that instead of contact.first.name, it'll actually show their name. So it's going to tell you that you need to call them. And then after 30 days, it's going to restart. So then it's going to go back to doing it again. So this is like an every 30-day thing. If you decide you are looking at a smart plan and you like what you see, you want to add it, you can add smart plan and it's going to add it to your My Smart Plans library. Now, if you're looking for a smart plan and you don't see anything, you do have this search option here. Again, when I say you can, there's all different kinds of smart plans that have been published. You can type in Thanksgiving and you see there are 277 different smart plans for Thanksgiving. So again, you have plenty of options here that you can download instead of trying to create one on your own, because those can be, creating a smart plan can be a little bit of a hassle as well. So, all right, so My Smart Plans, we're going to move back over to this section. This is going to show you all of the smart plans that you have downloaded from the library. And then you have your published section, which is going to show you smart plans that you've created and that you have published for other people to download. You'll see the name of it, the date that you published, how many times that smart plan has been downloaded, and how many, when people rate the smart plan, what the rating is currently at. Now back over on the People Smart Plan section, it does give you the couple options as well to view. So you have the created, the duration, the total touches that it provides, and then you also have the contact section. So You see contacts, but you don't really see much of anything provided on them. Let's see if I can find one real quick. There we go. So when you see an eyeball with a number next to it, this is going to show you how many people in your database are currently assigned to this smart plan. If you click on the eyeball itself, it'll show you exactly who that contact is, and you are able to remove them by just clicking on the check mark, or you can select all, confirm, remove if you want to remove them. That is how you would do it. Moving over here to the right, you do have the option to add the contact here. You are able to edit the smart plan, and then you click on the three dots. You can copy it, you can publish the smart plan to the library, or delete it, but you cannot delete a smart plan that has any contacts assigned to it. So we wouldn't be able to delete this one. That's why it's grayed out. And then you have your create option up here. Again, we do have videos on this if you want to give it a go, or just search it through the library. All right, next up we have referrals. So this is going to be your referrals overview. This is just going to show you this is your referrals overview up here. You have 70 pending invites. You have pending referrals, how many referrals received, how many sent. You have your referral network shown below. You have a couple options for track referrals and grow your My Referral network. And this is just kind of like the referrals dashboard. So it's kind of like an overview of a couple different main things that people use in referrals. The next section we have is My Referrals. This is going to show you how many sent and how many received. You are also able to see any pending, active, funded, lost, things like that here. You're able to break those down. Next, you have your referrals map. Your referrals map is going to be broken down into about 4 different sections. So you have your production by market centers, by my network, or by referral patterns. So starting with the production, I'm based out of Atlanta, so I'm going to type in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm sorry, this can take a little bit, but we're actually going to scroll in a little bit. This is going to really kind of break it down for you. So the more specific-ish area you're able to do for a neighborhood, when you're looking for a referral agent, the better. I think referrals is moving a little bit slow on this Monday. Give it a second. There we go. All right, so when you find a neighborhood, say this is the neighborhood you're looking for a referral partner, it's going to show you all these different numbers. I'm just lagging a little bit today. Sorry about that. All right, so all of these are different transactions that have happened in this area. When you move your mouse over, let me try to see if I can find, yeah. So you see how when I move my mouse on this one, you'll see that this agent Janice Overbeck lights up. That means that she is the agent that was with did this transaction. So when we click on that drop down arrow, it's going to give all of her information here. So this is the information that's provided from her referrals profile when I just went over that in the beginning. This is that information. So you want to make sure that that information is up to date. So when somebody tries to find you using the KW referral network, they'll be able to see the correct information here. Now, there are also filter options for this. So if you want to make sure that this person has closed units in this area, how many closed units. So if you want to say that, oh, I want to make sure that they've had at least 3 closed units in this area, and then apply a filter, it's going to go from 102 to 100. So that narrowed it down a little bit. This is a big area still. Let's see. Yeah, so it breaks it down the filter. Sorry about that, my microphone went out. Yeah, so the more specific of a location you're able to provide, the better results it's going to give you. So I'm actually going to turn off clear the filters for this. All right, so the next section is going to be market centers. If you don't really know of any agents in any area, but you just know generally, say Atlanta, you can also go from look for market centers. So this is going to show you the market centers here. You're able to click on the market center. This is going to show you, okay, Atlanta, Decatur. When you click on it, it is going to show you, there we go. This is going to show you the total number of agents on their roster. And then you're able to filter the stats of the agents this way as well. So if you're looking for super experienced, super specific, you can filter those results through here. Then you have your My Network. This is going to show you all of the referral agents that are in your network. So this is going to be probably more of a zoom out versus zoom in kind of situation to see all of the people. Sorry about that. I don't know why my microphone keeps going out. Okay, and then we have referral patterns. This is tracks the referral patterns from where they start and where they go to. So this doesn't really get used much as far as sending and receiving referrals and looking for referral agents. And then again over here you do have your My Network as well, and this is just going to show you all the different agents in your referral network. All right, moving on, we have opportunities. This is going to be where your transactions live. If you are part of a team, this is automatically going to default you to your team sales pipeline. If you are just a solo agent, it'll take you straight into yours. You can see that the sales pipeline is broken down into a couple different sections. You have your listing section, your buyer section, and your leases. Any transaction when you create an opportunity and asks you what phase it's in, that's meaning which of these phases that you select is going to be in. So you have cultivate, appointment, active, under contract, and closed. You are able to update these phases as well. If you have different verbiage you'd like to use, you are able to do so as well. This also shows you the number of transactions that you have currently in each phase right below it. And it also calculates the potential income and probable income here for you as well. Now, when you create an opportunity, if you are part of multiple market centers, make sure you are selecting the correct market center. Or if you just transferred from one market center to another, you are seeing that your old market center is still showing on here. It's only because they have not removed you out of their system yet. But you make sure you click on this drop down and select the correct market center. If you select the incorrect market center and create the opportunity and you go through the whole process of adding your documents and then you realize it's at the wrong market center, opportunities are not able to be transferred from one market center to another. So unfortunately, you would have to redo that. You can save your documents and then just re-upload your documents so you don't have to get new signatures or anything like that, but it still just kind of saves you a little bit of time just by making sure you're selecting the right market center from the beginning. And then filling out all of the information here. And once you click create, it's going to create that opportunity for you. And you'll be able to see under whichever section you set it up as. All right, moving on to campaigns. Campaigns are things like how you can create paid ads, you can send emails, direct mail, or create social posts all from inside a command. You have your campaigns dashboard. This is going to give you like quick post ideas. So if you're like ever needing a little inspiration, you can look through here. And you also have some tips and training here as well. Over here, we have our get started links. If you've been an agent with KW for a while, or if you were an agent and you recently came back, the paid ads platform has changed. So when you click paid ads, the easiest way I can suggest is click paid ads quick start. Now you're going to see this takes you to a whole new system. So it looks totally different than it did before. So these are some quick start options for you. basically just depending on what you were looking to do. It also shows you that this will post to Facebook and Instagram as long as you have those attached. And some people are not aware that we are now able to post on TikTok. So that's pretty cool. If you're one of those creators who like to create videos on TikTok, you can do that here also. We're going to go back to our campaign section. So this is the paid ad section. Again, it's just some helpful hints. You can track your payments that have been made, or you can create a campaign. And just make sure when you click create campaign, you're selecting what kind of campaign it is. So direct mail, email, social post, or paid ad. Your email campaigns, this is going to show you how many emails that you have sent in the last 30 days, how many recipients, how many people have opened them, and how many clicks you've got. You do have that upgrade option again. If you use more than the 5,000 allotted emails, you have the upgrade option here as well. And then you have a little bit of overview down here below. So this is going to show you any drafts, things that have mailed out already. You can see all of those here. Anything that has been sent and showing status like mailed or sent, you are able to click on the name. And this is going to show you some statistics for that as well. So how many were sent, how many were delivered, not sent. I can click on this and it's going to show me the recipient, the email address, phone number. It's going to show you their information. So if they weren't opened, if they unsubscribed, you can track that here. So you can keep up to date with all of it. Moving right along, we're going to click on direct mail. This is where you're going to go to the direct mail section to create like flyers, door hangers, things like that, postcards to be mailed out via regular USPS mail, snail mail. So this, you create the design, you import the design however you want to do it, and you set it up here, you get your targeted area, and then this will send to a third-party company who's going to print those off and mail them out for you. Again, you do have your little overview of how many were mailed out, recipients, how many leads came in from it, and then like how much you spent. And then you just have a little overview of them down here as well. And then your social post setting section. This allows you to select a date. So if you're wanting to create a post to be posted on May 4th, you can just click create social post. And as long as your Facebook account is connected, or Instagram, things like that, you'll be able to do it from here. Now, keep in mind too, with your social media accounts, I don't know if I said this earlier, your social media accounts do have to be a business account. If you decided to take your personal Facebook account and just start changing it to like your real estate business platform, if it is not created as a business account, it will not connect to Command. So if you need help or assistance with setting up that Facebook account, we do have some great videos. You can email us and we'll send it over to you per your request. Unfortunately, we will not set it up for you, but we'll give you all the information and the tools to be able to do it yourself though. So just let us know if you need assistance with that. All right, moving on to reports. All right, so under reports, we do have a few different tabs here. The dashboard is going to show your database overview. So how many contacts you have in your database, how many of those contacts are marked as leads, and how many of them are just regular contacts. Again, you have your database health. So this is going to show you things like what the percentages of contacts in your database have a phone number, what the percentage of them have an email, and so on and so forth. So you kind of know where you may need to improve that database health score, just to kind of be a little better kept up with it. You do also have your database activity score down here. So it's going to show you your percentage reached out to in the last 30 days. So how many contacts you've reached out to in the past 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and then 91. So it just kind of breaks that down for you. We have a report section over here. There are 3 different kinds of reports that you are able to look at: your database report, goals report, and opportunities. Your database report, again, basically just breaking down your database health score, things like that. We have your goals report. This is going to depend off the goals that you have set up. And then you have your opportunities report. So how many opportunities, the new opportunities, things like that. Moving on to the goals section, this is where you're able to set up your goals. So if you want to set up the goals, just click the goal settings up here and just follow along to set that up. Lead routing, if you are on a team, specifically more Rainmaker, you are able to use the lead routing features here and see those statistics for the lead routing here. Again, you have your email metrics. So this is going to show you how many emails were sent. So 6 sent out of the 5,000 limit. This is going to show you the delivery engagement. So mind you, also, I'm sorry, we have the campaigns, smart plans, and others are color coordinated. You are able to select if you want to see specific or if you want to see just all of them. And you are also able to filter what month you are seeing. So you can specifically see those metrics per month. And it goes back, it'll go back pretty far too. So now when you see here the delivery engagement, it's going to show you 5 were delivered. You are able to click on view details. And again, it's going to show you the email address, if it was a campaign, smart plan, or other, and then the subject of the email that was sent. So you can track that information as well. If you have people that have unsubscribed, who's actually clicked on the information, who opened it, if anybody replied, you can view all those details. And then down here, you have your last 30 days marked as spammed. So if you want to keep track to make sure your account doesn't get suspended. So green on track means that less than 0.025% were spammed. Yellow is going to be 0.025 to 0.05, and then it's going to be on alert. I saw somebody once last week, she had 6 marked as spammed out of like, I want to say it was like 600 or 700 emails that were sent out, and she was red and she had to take the course to unsuspend her account. So just make sure you're keeping track of that. Make sure you see that if you're getting a lot of spams, check where I showed you earlier, the email and the name is showing updated correctly. Guys, if you weren't here in the beginning, this video will be posted later on to our YouTube channel, so you can go back and check that out, where I went over that information, how to make sure your information is showing correctly, so that way you don't get spammed and your account doesn't get suspended. All right, so moving on, we have designs. So designs is going to be kind of like Command's version of Canva. If you are a Canva user, I know I am, that's perfectly fine. You are able to import designs, or you want to just give the designs in Command a try. You can click Create Designs. There is all kinds of wonderful templates for you to use straight from Command. I'll show you. It just takes a little minute to get into the WeBrand section. So depending on what you're trying to create a design for, so you have a bunch of different topics over here. So for lead generation, you can do different leadership, holidays. It's going to show you how many templates are available. So if you're part of leadership at the Market Center, you want agent onboarding, there's some cool agent announcement templates. If you're looking for lead generation, there's all kinds of different templates available for you as well. And they're really great templates also, easily to update as well. So just look through the templates, see what they have available for you. And yeah. Let me see if I can get back. There we go. All right, so listings. This listing section is going to show you if you have your MLS connected with your command. If you send that information to MCA, they've added it for you. You should see your listing start to pull in. This can take up to like 72 hours. So if you're just did it, give it a day or two. It may just take a minute for it to feed over from the MLS to command to get it all updated in here. But you will be able to see all of your listings shown here. You're also able to sync your MLS if you already have that connected up there. This is if like for whatever reason one's not pulling up, you can click sync and you can search it here and then just do it manually. Sometimes a listing doesn't pull through, so you might need to do this, but you do have the search option here as well. So the search option, you have property, MLS, or the KWLS ID. You type in the property and it's going to pull up a bunch of different options. So I'm just going to show you what one looks like. You click on this. It's going to give you detailed information about the property. It's going to show you the photos, open houses, virtual tours, things like that. Now, if one of these is your listing and you're saying, oh, the photos aren't pulling over, that you may need to look into your MLS and see if it's anything from that side. Again, this information is pulling straight from them. So, all right, and then we are going to, and you can also create listings straight from here. So you can do new internal listings. Again, this is going to be internal, only your market center is only going to be able to see market center exclusive. So if you're wanting to be put out onto the MLS, you would have to do it through your MLS, but this will just be for like the market center. And then you have your consumer section. Guys, I know we're running right at the end. At the end of the class, when I stop the recording, if you stick around, I'm going to show you some really cool information with this with the agent websites. So I'm going to go over everything, but I'm going to show you a couple cool tips and tricks in just a moment. So if you click on your consumer icon and you do not see this giant blue bar here, don't worry. It just may be that you're still using the old version of the websites, that your account hasn't been updated yet. Which there is, if that is the case, you will see an option to upgrade your account. I do suggest looking at upgrading it sooner than later. There has been talks throughout the KW world that KWRI is going to automatically be updating everyone's account by a certain time. We don't know when that may be or if it's even happening, but we've just heard it may be a thing that's happened. So reach out to us. We'll send you some helpful videos, how to save your landing pages, and how to make sure it gets updated correctly. And plus the new updated sites look really awesome. So scrolling down, you have your website settings. So this is going to be your URL, basically your subdomain. So when you type in your website URL, now a lot of people aren't aware of this. Do not enter the www dot because it will not work. KW's websites no longer use the www dot. A lot of new websites don't either. So you're just going to type in scottleroymarketing.kw.com or whatever the URL is for your website. Now, if it's https dot / then Scott Leroy Marketing, that's fine too. Just not the www part. So if you want to update your subdomain, you are able to do that simply by clicking in the box, typing in the subdomain you're wanting, and then clicking Save Changes. And this should update pretty quickly. It normally takes about 2 hours or so for it to reflect all throughout the back end and get that updated. And then for you to be able to type in the URL and it go to the site. So you may just need to wait. It doesn't do it right away. You do have your app URL here. That app URL is not able to be updated anymore. You used to be able to, but you cannot anymore. So you are able to simply copy this here. I do suggest possibly creating a QR code so people can scan the QR code straight from their phone and download your app right on their device. I'll show you how to do that in a little bit if you'd like after we're done recording. You do have your team referral links here. So you have your team name, your team website URL. You have your team app link and your team member app link. So we do have some videos that go over these more specifically on our YouTube channel. You have some preferences here, basically enabling or disabling certain things on your app and site. And then you have forced registration, which I know forced registration can sound kind of rough, but basically this just means if a client goes to your website, do you want them to be able to scroll and search properties basically unrestricted, or do you want to say, hey, I want them to only be able to view 2 properties before they have to register an account, meaning they enter their information is going to go into your command database, and it's going to show that that little mark next to their contact name, meaning that they created an account. And you're able to now track and see what they do, like when they view properties, when they like properties, you can send them saved searches, things like that. So this is an actual pretty cool feature. So whenever you make updates, you're just going to click Save Changes to make sure the changes get saved. Now we're going to click on Edit My Website. This is going to take you into like the deep back end of the website. So you're going to have your website URL here. Now, as you can see, ScottLaureMarketing.com, this is going to be for our personal website. If you are part of a team, if you've been with Keller Williams before or for a while now, you'll know that before agents used to use their own their personal website URL and turn it into like a team website. Now KW has a team website and a personal separate. So you have two separate accounts. As long as you've created that separate marketing profile under the team and you've created the team website, you'll be able to follow along here. If not, again, we have videos. Reach out to us via email. We'll be more than happy to assist you with that. So if I want to switch to the team account, all I got to do is click on the Dream Team, and now it's going to pull me into the backend for my team website. Pretty cool. Let me go back to the personal though. All right, so this is going to have some quick start options for you here. How you can use the quick start custom landing page, custom page or landing page. Sorry, I'm forced those two words together. Scrolling down, you do have like your default pages here with the links, any custom pages you've created, custom modules, and if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you have your custom landing pages. Obviously, we create a lot of things. So this is where you'll be able to click on these and get the URL for any custom landing pages that you may have created. This is where they're gonna live. So, pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording.